Charles Darwin was born in Shrewsbury, in England, in 1809 and died in Down House at the age of 73 years old. He studied medicine at the University of Edinburgh, but he realized that he wasn't interested in this sector. Then he went to Cambridge, where he studied theology. In this city, he became fond of natural history and he met different famous scientists, in particular John Henslow, a professor of botany, who told him to discover new territories on the Beagle, a little ship.
The most important stopover was at the Galapagos Island, which means Island of the Turtle. These are 14 islands situated near the equator that were formed 1 million years ago as volcanoes. There he observed a big biodiversity composed of reptiles, fowls, in particular finches and albatrosses, bats and rodents. All these species were able to adapt to very difficult environmental conditions. 5 years later he came back home and he brought many fossils. In the study of the fossils, two problems come to light: how different species originated and which was the mechanism of evolution.
Darwin understood that the environmental adjustments were very important in the origin of the new species. In the island, he observed 13 types of different finches that could be divided into 3 categories: the bean eaters, the bud eaters, and the worm eaters, all characterized by different beaks with several forms in order to capture different worms. From these studies started to develop a theory of the evolution that supported the fact that in nature there is a natural selection, in which only the species that can adapt to the natural and climatic changes can survive. This theory can be found in the book On the Origin of the Species by Means of Natural Selection, published in 1859. An example of this theory can be found in the evolution of the giraffe. The giraffe have different neck lengths. In a period of dryness, the short grass died, and the only food was the leaves on the trees, can be reached only by the giraffe with long necks. As a consequence, the giraffe with short necks died, and the giraffe with long necks breeded, passing on this feature to the young.
The theory of evolution is based on 4 principles.
Between the entity of a single species, there is a variability of morphological and physiological features.
These differences are linked to the reproductive success of the individual.
These differences are related to be passed on their young.
The fight for survival says that if the environmental conditions change and the individuals are in order with the nature, they must change and adapt, otherwise they extinguish.
The mechanism that has managed the evolution is the natural selection, in favor of the individuals with a major reproductive suitability.
Well, that's all for today. Here for you, Liliana
And Tommaso.
We would like to express special thanks to Margherita Colciaghi, Karen and Elisa Collera. Please choose this school because it's the best way to create your future.